afraid you might miss the warning signs of a heart attack? Until it's too late? I don't think people understand just how suddenly a heart attack can strike, no matter your age, your health, or your lifestyle. This isn't just another health video. This is the wake-up call your heart has been waiting for. Stick with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could save your life, or someone you love. I'm sure you've heard the news. Heart disease is the world's leading killer. That anxiety you feel when you read those headlines, it's real. But here's the twist. Knowledge is your shield, your first line of defense. Heart attacks don't always announce themselves with drama. They can slip quietly into the lives of people who look perfectly healthy. Your neighbor, your friend, even you. They don't wait for a convenient moment. Picture your heart as the engine of your body. Now, imagine a sudden blockage in the fuel line. Blood can't reach the muscle, and the engine sputters. That's a heart attack. The culprit? Sneaky buildups of fatty plaque, slowly narrowing the arteries over time. But here's the empowering part. Understanding what's happening inside your body gives you the keys to take control. What if you could spot the warning signs or make choices today that rewrite your future? Imagine the ripple effect. Your knowledge could protect your family, your friends, your community. What if you could be the reason someone you love lives to see another sunrise? We're living in a time of breakthroughs. Medical science is racing ahead, and even small, simple actions can tip the scales in your favor. Are you ready to learn what they are? My mission? To turn complex science into clear, practical steps you can use right now. You don't need a stethoscope or a lab coat, just curiosity and the will to act. Together we'll unravel what a heart attack really is, what causes it, and how you can stand guard over your own heart. Would you know the warning signs if they appeared? Heart disease doesn't care about age, background, or lifestyle. But awareness? That's your superpower. This journey is for everyone because every heartbeat matters. We'll dive into the choices you make every day, what you eat, how you move, and what to do when seconds count. Are you ready for practical tips that could change your life? By the end, you'll have a personal action plan, tools to spot trouble early, and habits to keep your heart strong for years to come. What will your first step be? Let's transform worry into wisdom and anxiety into action. Your journey to a healthier, stronger heart starts right now. Are you ready? Let's begin. Picture this. Your heart is like the engine of a car that never stops running, even when you're asleep. It beats over 100,000 times a day, working tirelessly to send life-giving blood to every corner of your body. But just like any engine, your heart needs its own fuel, oxygen-rich blood, delivered through special highways called coronary arteries. Imagine these coronary arteries as busy roads wrapping around your heart, delivering fuel to keep it pumping strong. When these roads are clear, traffic flows smoothly and your heart runs like a well-oiled machine. But what if there's a traffic jam? When these arteries get narrowed or blocked, it's like a sudden road closure. The oxygen can't get through, and part of your heart muscle starts to struggle, almost like a car running out of gas on the highway. So, what causes these traffic jams? Most often, it's a sticky buildup called plaque. Think of it as gunk made from cholesterol, fats, calcium, and other stuff in your blood. Over the years, this gunk quietly piles up, narrowing the arteries bit by bit, and you don't even notice it happening. This sneaky process is called atherosclerosis. Here's the catch. You usually won't feel a thing until the artery is almost completely blocked. It's like a silent buildup of traffic that suddenly brings everything to a halt. Now imagine you're driving, and suddenly, a piece of debris falls onto the road, causing a pile-up. That's what happens when plaque ruptures. Your body tries to fix it by forming a blood clot. But if the clot is big enough, it can completely block the artery, cutting off the heart's oxygen supply in an instant. When this happens, the heart muscle starts to die, fast. This is a heart attack, or what doctors call a myocardial infarction. The longer the road stays blocked, the more damage is done, and the higher the risk of serious trouble. The size and impact of a heart attack depend on how much of the heart muscle is cut off from its fuel, and for how long. Sometimes it's a small fender bender, but other times, it's a major crash with life-threatening consequences. Here's where you come in. Every minute matters. The faster you call for help, the more heart muscle can be saved, just like getting a tow truck to a stalled car before more damage is done. So what should you watch for? Chest pain, shortness of breath, or discomfort in your arms, neck, or jaw? These are your warning lights on the dashboard. If you notice them, don't wait. Take action right away. At the hospital, doctors move quickly, using medicines or procedures like angioplasty, which is like clearing the roadblock to get traffic moving again. The goal? Save as much of your heart as possible. By knowing what's really happening inside your body during a heart attack, you're not just a passenger, you're in the driver's seat, ready to protect your heart. Ready to find out what causes these dangerous blockages. Let's dive in and see how you can keep your heart's highways clear. Imagine this: a silent enemy building inside your arteries day after day without a single warning sign. Some risks are written in our DNA, age, gender, and family history. Factors we can't escape, no matter how hard we try. But what if I told you that many dangers are lurking in our daily choices? Choices we can change. High blood pressure and high LDL cholesterol. These silent saboteurs quietly damage your arteries, setting the stage for disaster. Picture this: a greasy meal, a cigarette, hours on the couch, each one adding fuel to the fire, speeding up plaque buildup. Carrying extra weight, especially around your waist, is like carrying a ticking time bomb. Diabetes and relentless stress? They're accomplices, quietly increasing your risk when you least expect it. But here's the twist: most of these threats can be defeated. With every healthy choice, you reclaim power over your heart's fate. The first step? Uncover your personal risks. Knowledge is your shield, because when a heart attack strikes, every second counts. Are you ready to recognize the signs and act? Title: Recognizing the warning signs. Listen to your body. Chest pain or discomfort, shortness of breath, nausea, cold sweat, or lightheadedness. Don't ignore the signs, act fast. Title: 31. Would you know if you or someone you love were having a heart attack? Every second counts. Could you spot the signs in time to save a life? Imagine a crushing pain or pressure in your chest, sometimes sharp, sometimes just a heavy weight. Would you recognize it as a warning? What if the pain spreads down your arm, into your back, neck, jaw, or even your stomach? These aren't just aches, they're urgent signals. Are you suddenly short of breath, breaking out in a cold sweat, feeling dizzy, or overwhelmed by nausea or exhaustion? Don't brush it off. Your body is shouting for help. For women, the signs can be even more subtle: jaw pain, crushing fatigue, or a sense of doom. Would you notice before it's too late? How many times have you ignored a nagging discomfort, hoping it would just go away? Don't wait for the pain to become unbearable. If you notice these signs, act now. Call for help. Every moment matters. Don't convince yourself it's just anxiety or indigestion. What if you're wrong? When in doubt, get checked immediately. It could be the difference between life and death. Your quick action could save a life, maybe even your own. You have the power to protect your heart. Prevention is your greatest ally. Just 30 minutes of movement, 5 days a week, can transform your heart health. Get moving and feel the difference. If you smoke, quitting is a bold step toward a stronger, healthier you. Your heart will thank you. Even small victories like losing a few pounds can make a big impact on your heart's future. Embrace positive changes. Balanced meals, regular activity, and healthy routines set you up for lifelong success. Boost your resilience. Manage stress with movement, mindfulness, and joyful moments with loved ones. Make your mental well-being a top priority. Your heart and mind deserve it. Partner with your doctor. Track your numbers and celebrate every healthy milestone. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making progress. Every step forward is a win. Let's fuel your journey. Discover how delicious, heart-healthy eating can empower you. Did you know your kitchen can be your heart's best friend? Every meal is a chance to show your heart some love. The choices you make at the table can lower your risk of heart disease, give you more energy, and even lift your spirits. I've seen patients turn their health around just by tweaking what's on their plate. Here's a simple trick. Fill half your plate with fruits and veggies. Think of it as painting your plate with color. Leafy greens, juicy berries, bright carrots. Not only do they look beautiful, but they're packed with nutrients that help your heart and blood vessels stay strong. My neighbor started adding a handful of spinach to her breakfast omelette, and she swears it's her secret to feeling more energetic. Swap out white bread and rice for whole grains like oats, brown rice, or whole wheat bread. Whole grains are full of fiber, which helps lower cholesterol and keeps you satisfied longer. One of my friends switched to oatmeal for breakfast, and not only did his cholesterol drop, but he also stopped reaching for mid-morning snacks. Watch out for saturated fats, those found in red meat, butter and cheese, and steer clear of trans fats in processed foods. These can sneak up on you and raise your cholesterol. I once had a patient who loved burgers, but after switching to grilled chicken and reading food labels, his numbers improved in just a few months. Instead, reach for healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, seeds, and oily fish, such as salmon or mackerel. These foods are loaded with omega-3s, which help calm inflammation and keep your heart happy. I love tossing a handful of walnuts into my salad or grilling salmon for dinner. It's delicious and heart-smart. Keep an eye on sodium. Most of it hides in processed foods, not your salt shaker. Too much salt can raise your blood pressure. Try reading labels and cooking more at home. One family I know started making their own soups, and not only did they cut back on salt, but they discovered new favorite recipes together. Spice things up. Use herbs and spices instead of salt to add flavor. Garlic, basil, cumin, chili flakes. Get creative. Cooking together as a family can turn healthy eating into a fun, shared adventure. My kids love inventing new spice blends for our meals. Cut back on added sugars in drinks and snacks. Sodas, pastries, and even some cereals can sneak in more sugar than you'd think. Try swapping soda for sparkling water with a splash of lemon, or reach for a piece of fruit when you want something sweet. One of my patients started doing this and found she didn't even miss the sugar rush. Remember, small changes add up. Swapping white bread for whole grain, adding an extra serving of veggies, or planning meals ahead can make a big difference over time. Progress, not perfection, is what matters. I've seen people transform their health just by taking it one step at a time. Eating well isn't about giving up everything you love. It's about discovering new favorites and protecting your heart. Sharing healthy meals with friends and family makes the journey more fun and helps everyone stay motivated. Make your meals colorful, balanced, and something you look forward to. The more you enjoy your food, the easier it is to stick with heart-healthy habits for life. Up next, let's talk about what to do if a heart attack strikes, because knowing how to act quickly can truly save a life. If you think you or someone else is having a heart attack, act now. Every second counts. Step 1. Call emergency services immediately. Dial 999 in the UK. Don't wait. Step 2. Do not drive yourself or let anyone else drive you. Stay where you are and wait for help. Paramedics can begin life-saving treatment as soon as they arrive. Trust them. They know what to do. Step 3. While you wait, sit or lie down with your head raised. Loosen any tight clothing to help you breathe easier. Step 4. If you're not allergic and have been told it's safe, chew one adult aspirin. This can help. Never give aspirin if the person is allergic or unconscious. Safety comes first. If the person stops breathing, start CPR right away if you know how. Use a defibrillator if one is nearby. The emergency call handler will guide you step by step. Stay calm and follow their instructions. You can save a life. In a heart attack, a single mistake can cost a life. Listen carefully. These are the actions you must never take. Never ignore or brush off chest pain. Hesitation can be fatal. Don't gamble with your life by waiting for symptoms to disappear. Never drive yourself to the hospital. You risk collapsing behind the wheel. Always call for an ambulance. Your life depends on it. Never leave a heart attack victim alone. Isolation can turn a crisis into a tragedy. Stay by their side and keep them calm. Don't offer food or drink. Choking is a real danger. Only give prescribed medication or aspirin if a doctor or emergency operator says so. Never waste time on home remedies or internet cures.